Death is a challenge. It tells us not to waste time. It tells us to tell each other right now that we love each other. Leo Buscaglia. In the tapestry of human existence, few threads are as profound and poignant as the experience of loss. When death touches our lives, it brings with it a whirlwind of emotions, grief, sorrow, disbelief, and perhaps even anger. The death of a loved one shakes us to our core, leaving us feeling adrift in a sea of uncertainty and pain. Yet, in the midst of this storm, there is solace to be found in the wisdom of ancient philosophies. Stoicism, with its timeless principles of acceptance, resilience, and inner peace, offers a guiding light for those navigating the turbulent waters of grief. In this episode, we embark on a journey through Stoic philosophy, exploring practical strategies for coping with loss, finding meaning amidst the pain, and honoring the memory of those we have lost. As we navigate the labyrinth of grief, let us draw strength from the teachings of Stoicism and learn to navigate the complexities of human emotion with wisdom, grace, and integrity. Join us on this transformative exploration of how to handle the death of a loved one with Stoic wisdom as our guiding compass. Chapter 1: Understanding Grief Through the Lens of Stoicism. Grief is a universal human experience, a natural response to loss that transcends cultural, social, and geographical boundaries. It is a complex and multifaceted emotion, encompassing feelings of sadness, longing, anger, guilt, and confusion. When we lose someone we love, whether a family member, friend, or beloved pet, we are thrust into the depths of grief, grappling with the profound void left behind by their absence. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded in Athens by Zeno of Citium around 300 BCE, offers a unique perspective on grief and loss. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are not inherently good or bad, but rather natural responses to external events. In the Stoic view, grief is neither something to be suppressed nor indulged, but rather acknowledged and accepted as a natural part of the human experience. Central to Stoic philosophy is the concept of apatheia, which is often mistranslated as an apathy, but actually refers to a state of inner tranquility and equanimity. Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in accordance with nature and cultivating a sense of inner peace that remains unshaken by external circumstances. In the face of loss, Stoicism encourages us to embrace our grief fully, to acknowledge and accept our emotions without judgment or resistance. Rather than trying to suppress or deny our feelings of sadness or anger, Stoicism teaches us to lean into them, allowing ourselves to experience them fully and authentically. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining perspective in the midst of grief. While the death of a loved one may feel overwhelming and all-consuming, Stoicism reminds us that our suffering is but a small part of the grand tapestry of existence. By adopting a broader perspective on life and death, Stoics find solace in the knowledge that our loved one's spirits live on in the eternal cycle of nature. In essence, Stoicism offers us a framework for understanding and navigating the complexities of grief with wisdom and grace. By embracing our emotions, maintaining perspective, and cultivating inner peace, we can find a path through the darkness of loss and emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient on the other side. So, as we embark on this journey through grief with Stoic wisdom as our guide, let us embrace the lessons of acceptance, resilience, and inner peace that Stoicism has to offer. Chapter 2: Embracing Acceptance in the Face of Loss. In the wake of loss, one of the greatest challenges we face is coming to terms with the reality of what has happened. Acceptance, as taught by Stoicism, is not about resignation or giving up, but rather about acknowledging the truth of our circumstances and finding peace within ourselves despite them. Stoicism teaches us that there are certain things in life that are beyond our control, and death is chief among them. No amount of wishing, bargaining, or resisting can change the fact that our loved ones are no longer with us. Acceptance, therefore, is not about trying to change the unchangeable, but about finding a way to make peace with it. Central to the Stoic concept of acceptance is the idea of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. While we may not have had control over the circumstances of our loved one's death, we do have control over how we choose to respond to it. Stoicism encourages us to focus our energy on the things we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions, and to let go of the rest. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of adopting a view from above perspective, or a bird's-eye view that allows us to see our lives in the broader context of the universe. From this perspective, we come to realize that our individual suffering is but a small part of the grand tapestry of existence. While our loss may feel monumental to us, in the grand scheme of things, it is just one small thread in the fabric of life. By embracing acceptance, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to change the unchangeable and find peace amidst the storm of grief. Acceptance does not mean that we stop loving or remembering our loved ones. Rather, it means that we learn to hold them in our hearts while letting go of the need to hold onto them physically. In the words of Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Some things are up to us and some things are not up to us. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us heed these words and embrace the liberating power of acceptance. Chapter 3: Finding Meaning in Loss. In the midst of grief, it can be challenging to see any purpose or meaning in the loss of a loved one. Yet, Stoicism offers us a different perspective, a perspective that invites us to find meaning even in the face of profound sorrow. Stoicism teaches us that adversity can be a catalyst for growth and transformation. While the death of a loved one may feel like an insurmountable tragedy, Stoicism encourages us to reframe our perspective and see it as an opportunity for personal development and spiritual growth. One way to find meaning in loss is to reflect on the lessons that our loved ones have taught us. Whether through their words, actions, or the memories we shared with them, our loved ones leave behind a legacy that can continue to inspire and guide us long after they are gone. By honoring their memory and embodying the values they cherished most, we keep their spirit alive and ensure that their legacy endures. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of living a life of virtue and integrity. By striving to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we honor the memory of our loved ones and find purpose in carrying on their legacy. Through acts of kindness, compassion, and service to others, we can transform our grief into a source of strength and inspiration for ourselves and those around us. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. As we grapple with the loss of our loved ones, let us strive to live lives of purpose and meaning, honoring their memory and finding solace in the knowledge that their legacy lives on in the lives they touched. Chapter 4: Cultivating Resilience in Times of Grief. The death of a loved one can leave us feeling utterly shattered, as if the ground beneath our feet has crumbled away. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that even in the face of such profound loss, we possess the inner strength and resilience to endure and overcome. Resilience, in the Stoic tradition, is not about being unaffected by grief or pain, but rather about facing adversity with courage, dignity, and fortitude. It is the ability to bounce back from life's setbacks and challenges, stronger and wiser than before. One of the key practices in cultivating resilience within Stoicism is the practice of negative visualization. Stoics engage in the mental exercise of imagining worst-case scenarios as a means of preparing themselves mentally and emotionally for adversity. By confronting their fears and anxieties head-on, Stoics develop the resilience and fortitude to face life's challenges with equanimity and grace. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of maintaining perspective in the face of adversity. The practice of view from above encourages us to take a step back and adopt a broader perspective on life's challenges. By viewing our own struggles within the context of the greater cosmic order, we gain a sense of perspective that enables us to confront difficulties with resilience and resolve. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of accepting the impermanent nature of all things. Stoics understand that everything in life, material possessions, relationships, even life itself, is subject to change and eventual loss. By acknowledging this truth, we cultivate a sense of detachment from the transient and ephemeral, finding greater peace and serenity within ourselves. In essence, Stoicism offers us a roadmap for cultivating resilience in the face of grief, a roadmap that leads to greater peace, clarity, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. By embracing the principles of negative visualization, perspective-taking, and acceptance, we empower ourselves to navigate the complexities of grief with wisdom, grace, and integrity. So, as we continue our journey through grief, let us draw strength from the teachings of Stoicism and cultivate the resilience we need to navigate the storm. Chapter 5. Honoring the memory of our loved ones. In the wake of loss, it's natural to want to hold on to the memories of our loved ones, to keep their spirit alive in our hearts and minds. Stoicism offers us a profound way to honor the memory of those we have lost, guiding us to embody their virtues, cherish their legacies, and find solace in the knowledge that their influence lives on. One of the most powerful ways to honor the memory of our loved ones is to embody the values they held dear. Whether it was kindness, compassion, courage, or integrity, our loved ones often leave behind a legacy of virtue that can inspire and guide us long after they are gone. By striving to live our lives in accordance with these values, we honor their memory and keep their spirit alive in our hearts. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of cherishing the memories we shared with our loved ones. While they may no longer be physically present, the moments we shared with them live on in our hearts and minds. By taking the time to reminisce and reflect on these memories, we keep their spirit alive and ensure that their legacy endures. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to find meaning and purpose in the wake of loss. Rather than allowing ourselves to be consumed by grief, Stoicism teaches us to channel our energy into positive actions that honor the memory of our loved ones. Whether it's through acts of kindness, charitable giving, or volunteer work, we can find solace in the knowledge that our loved ones would be proud of the legacy we are building in their honor. In essence, Stoicism offers us a profound way to honor the memory of our loved ones, a way that transcends the boundaries of time and space. By embodying their virtues, cherishing their memories, and finding meaning in our grief, we keep their spirit alive and ensure that their influence continues to shape our lives for years to come. So, as we navigate the journey of grief, let us draw strength from the teachings of Stoicism and honor the memory of our loved ones with courage, grace, and integrity. Chapter 6. Seeking support and connection in times of grief. Grief is a journey that no one should have to navigate alone. In the midst of loss, seeking support from others can be a lifeline that helps us navigate the stormy seas of grief with greater resilience and grace. Stoicism, with its emphasis on community and connection, reminds us of the importance of reaching out for support and finding solace in the company of others. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the recognition of our interconnectedness with all of humanity. Stoics understand that we are social beings, bound together by bonds of empathy, compassion, and shared humanity. In times of grief, it is this sense of connection that can provide us with the strength and support we need to weather the storm. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of vulnerability and authenticity in our relationships with others. Rather than trying to hide our pain or put on a brave face, Stoicism encourages us to be honest and open about our feelings, allowing ourselves to lean on others for support and comfort. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that seeking support is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to our strength and resilience. By reaching out to friends, family, or support groups, we acknowledge our own humanity and embrace the support of others as we navigate the journey of grief. In addition to seeking support from others, Stoicism teaches us the importance of offering support to those who are grieving. By extending a hand of compassion and empathy to others in their time of need, we not only provide comfort and solace to those who are suffering, but also reaffirm our own sense of connection and humanity. In essence, Stoicism offers us a profound reminder of the importance of seeking support and connection in times of grief. Whether through the embrace of a loved one, the comfort of a friend, or the support of a community, we can find solace in the knowledge that we are not alone on this journey. So, as we navigate the complexities of grief, let us reach out for support, lean on each other with compassion and empathy, and find strength in the bonds of shared humanity. Chapter 7: Embracing Impermanence and the Cycle of Life. In the depths of grief, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture, to become consumed by our pain and sorrow, and forget that life is a fleeting and impermanent journey. Stoicism, with its teachings on the nature of existence and the inevitability of change, offers us a profound perspective on the cycle of life and death, reminding us to embrace impermanence with acceptance and grace. Stoicism teaches us that everything in life is subject to change and eventual decay. From the natural world around us to the relationships we hold dear, nothing lasts forever. While this may be a sobering truth, Stoicism encourages us to embrace impermanence as an inherent part of the human experience, rather than resisting or denying it. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that death is not an end, but rather a natural part of the cycle of life. Just as the seasons change and the tides ebb and flow, so too do our lives follow a rhythm of birth, growth, decay, and renewal. By embracing the cyclical nature of existence, we can find solace in the knowledge that death is not the final chapter, but rather a transition to something new and unknown. In the face of loss, Stoicism encourages us to adopt a broader perspective on life and death, to see our individual suffering within the context of the greater cosmic order. From this perspective, we come to realize that our loved ones' spirits live on in the eternal tapestry of existence, woven into the fabric of the universe itself. By embracing impermanence and the cycle of life, Stoicism offers us a pathway to find peace amidst the storm of grief. Rather than clinging to the past or fearing the future, Stoicism teaches us to live in the present moment, cherishing each fleeting moment and finding beauty in the transience of life. In essence, Stoicism invites us to embrace impermanence as a natural and inevitable part of the human experience. By acknowledging the fleeting nature of existence and finding solace in the cycle of life and death, we can navigate the journey of grief with acceptance, grace, and resilience. So, as we continue our exploration of Stoic wisdom in the face of loss, let us embrace impermanence with open hearts and minds, finding peace in the knowledge that life is a beautiful and fleeting gift. Chapter 8: Living in the Present Moment, Finding Peace Amidst Grief. In the wake of loss, it's natural to find ourselves consumed by thoughts of the past, replaying memories, longing for what once was, and questioning what could have been. Alternatively, we may find ourselves anxiously contemplating the future, worrying about how we'll cope, what lies ahead, and how we'll carry on without our loved one. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that the key to finding peace amidst grief lies not in dwelling on the past or fretting about the future, but in embracing the present moment with acceptance and mindfulness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment, free from the burdens of regret and anxiety. The past is beyond our control, and no amount of wishing or regretting can change what has already happened. Similarly, the future is uncertain, and worrying about what may or may not come to pass only serves to rob us of the joy and beauty of the present moment. Instead, Stoicism encourages us to focus our attention on the here and now, to fully immerse ourselves in the present moment and find peace in the simple joys of life. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of laughter shared with friends, or the beauty of a blooming flower, there is beauty to be found in every moment, no matter how fleeting. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can observe our grief with compassion and curiosity, allowing ourselves to experience it fully without becoming overwhelmed by it. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, do not waste the remainder of your life in thoughts about others when you do not refer your thoughts to some object of common utility. For you lose the opportunity of doing something else when you have such thoughts as these. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us heed these words and embrace the present moment with open hearts and minds, finding peace and solace in the here and now. Chapter 9. Practicing self-compassion in times of grief. In the midst of grief, it's easy to be hard on ourselves, to judge ourselves for not coping better, for feeling overwhelmed, or for not being able to move on as quickly as we think we should. Yet, Stoicism teaches us the importance of treating ourselves with kindness, compassion, and understanding, especially in times of sorrow and loss. Self-compassion, as taught by Stoicism, is about acknowledging our own humanity and embracing our imperfections with kindness and acceptance. It's about recognizing that grief is a natural and inevitable part of the human experience and allowing ourselves to feel our emotions fully without judgment or criticism. Stoicism encourages us to practice self-compassion by being gentle with ourselves in times of difficulty, acknowledging our own pain and suffering, and treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a dear friend in need. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of cultivating resilience and inner strength through self-care and self-nurturing practices. Whether it's engaging in activities that bring us joy and comfort, seeking support from friends and loved ones, or practicing mindfulness and meditation, self-compassion is essential for nurturing our emotional well-being and resilience in times of grief. In the words of Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, if you wish to be a writer, write. If you wish to be a philosopher, philosophize. If you wish to be free, free yourself. For it is not death or pain that is to be feared, but the fear of death or pain. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us practice self-compassion with open hearts and minds, treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and compassion that we would offer to a dear friend in need. By nurturing ourselves with love and acceptance, we can find the strength and resilience to navigate the storm of grief with grace and dignity. Chapter 10. Finding hope and meaning in the midst of grief. In the darkest depths of grief, it can be difficult to see any light at the end of the tunnel, to find hope or meaning amidst the pain and sorrow. Yet, Stoicism offers us a beacon of light in the midst of the storm, guiding us to find hope and meaning even in the most challenging of circumstances. Stoicism teaches us that adversity can be a catalyst for growth and transformation, that even in the midst of despair, there is the potential for renewal and rebirth. While the death of a loved one may feel like the end of the world, Stoicism reminds us that it is not the end, but rather a new beginning, a chance to reinvent ourselves, to rediscover our purpose, and to find meaning in our suffering. One way to find hope and meaning in grief is through the practice of reframing our perspective. Stoicism encourages us to see our struggles not as obstacles to be overcome, but as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By shifting our focus from what we have lost to what we have gained, the lessons learned, the memories cherished, and the love shared, we can find hope and meaning even in the midst of our darkest moments. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of living a life of purpose and virtue. By striving to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can find meaning in our grief and honor the memory of our loved ones by living our lives with integrity and purpose. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us heed these words and find hope and meaning in the midst of sorrow. By embracing the teachings of Stoicism and cultivating resilience, purpose, and virtue, we can find light in the darkness and emerge from grief stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. Chapter 11. Embracing the power of gratitude amidst grief. In times of grief, it can be challenging to find reasons to be grateful, to see beyond the pain and sorrow and acknowledge the blessings that still exist in our lives. Yet, Stoicism teaches us that gratitude is a powerful antidote to despair, offering us a pathway to find light in the darkness and meaning in the midst of sorrow. Gratitude, as taught by Stoicism, is not about denying or minimizing our pain, but rather about acknowledging the goodness and beauty that still exist in our lives, even in the midst of suffering. It's about shifting our focus from what we have lost to what we still have, the love and support of friends and family, the beauty of nature, the gift of life itself. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate an attitude of gratitude by practicing mindfulness and paying attention to the small blessings that surround us each day. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on our skin, the sound of laughter shared with loved ones, or the simple pleasure of a good meal, there is beauty to be found in every moment, no matter how fleeting. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the importance of finding gratitude even in the face of adversity. Rather than allowing ourselves to be consumed by our grief, Stoicism encourages us to find reasons to be grateful for the lessons learned, the memories cherished, and the love shared with our departed loved ones. In the words of Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, we should give as we would receive, cheerfully, quickly, and without hesitation, for there is no grace in a benefit that sticks to the fingers. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us heed these words and embrace the power of gratitude to find light in the darkness. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude and focusing on the blessings that still exist in our lives, we can find hope, meaning, and peace amidst the storm of grief. Chapter 12, Reflecting on Mortality, Contemplating the Fragility of Life. In the wake of loss, it's natural to find ourselves grappling with the fragility of life, to confront our own mortality and the fleeting nature of existence. Stoicism, with its emphasis on acceptance and reflection, offers us a profound framework for contemplating the mysteries of life and death and finding peace amidst the uncertainty. Stoicism teaches us that death is an inevitable part of the human experience, a natural and necessary transition that all living beings must eventually face. Rather than fearing death or denying its inevitability, Stoicism encourages us to embrace our mortality with acceptance and equanimity, recognizing it as an inherent part of the cycle of life. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that our time on this earth is finite and precious, a fleeting moment in the grand tapestry of existence. Rather than squandering our days in pursuit of trivial pursuits or fleeting pleasures, Stoicism encourages us to live each day with purpose, intention, and integrity, cherishing the moments we have and making the most of our time on this earth. In the face of loss, Stoicism invites us to reflect on the fragility of life and the impermanence of all things. By confronting our own mortality and embracing the fleeting nature of existence, we can find a deeper appreciation for the preciousness of life and the beauty that surrounds us each day. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor, do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us heed these words and reflect on the fragility of life with humility, gratitude, and reverence. By embracing our mortality and living each day with purpose and integrity, we can find peace amidst the uncertainty and beauty amidst the pain. Chapter 13, Finding Comfort in Nature's Wisdom. In times of grief, when the world feels dark and uncertain, nature offers us solace and wisdom, a timeless reminder of the beauty, resilience, and interconnectedness of all living things. Stoicism, with its reverence for nature and its rhythms, invites us to find comfort and guidance in the natural world as we navigate the depths of sorrow and loss. Stoicism teaches us that we are not separate from nature but rather an integral part of it, a thread woven into the intricate tapestry of life. Just as the seasons change and the tides ebb and flow, so too do our lives follow a rhythm of birth, growth, decay, and renewal. By embracing the wisdom of nature, we can find solace in the knowledge that our grief is but a small part of the grand cycle of life. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to find beauty and meaning in the simplicity of nature, to take solace in the gentle rhythm of the waves, the quiet rustle of leaves in the wind, and the vibrant colors of a sunset sky. In the midst of grief, when the world feels overwhelming and chaotic, nature offers us a sanctuary, a place of refuge where we can find peace, clarity, and renewal. In the face of loss, Stoicism invites us to seek solace in the wisdom of nature, to find comfort in the knowledge that we are not alone, but rather connected to something greater than ourselves. Whether it's taking a walk in the woods, sitting by the ocean, or gazing up at the stars, nature has a way of reminding us of the beauty and wonder of life, even in the midst of sorrow and loss. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "He who is brave is free." As we navigate the journey of grief, let us find comfort and strength in the wisdom of nature, drawing inspiration from its beauty, resilience, and wisdom. By embracing the rhythms of the natural world and finding solace in its embrace, we can find peace amidst the storm and emerge from grief stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Chapter 14: Cultivating Inner Peace Through Stoic Practices. In the turbulent waters of grief, finding inner peace can feel like an elusive goal. Yet, Stoicism offers us a roadmap, a set of timeless practices and principles that can guide us towards greater tranquility, acceptance, and resilience in the face of loss. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is the practice of mindfulness, the cultivation of present-moment awareness and non-judgmental acceptance of our thoughts and emotions. By learning to observe our grief with curiosity and compassion, rather than getting swept away by it, we can find a sense of inner calm amidst the storm. Stoicism also teaches us the importance of acceptance, of embracing life as it is, rather than resisting or denying it. In the face of loss, this means acknowledging our pain and sorrow without judgment or resistance, and finding peace in the knowledge that our suffering is a natural part of the human experience. Moreover, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate gratitude, to focus our attention on the blessings that still exist in our lives, even in the midst of sorrow. By shifting our perspective from what we have lost to what we still have, we can find solace and contentment in the here and now. Another powerful Stoic practice for cultivating inner peace is negative visualization, the practice of imagining the worst-case scenario as a way of preparing ourselves mentally and emotionally for adversity. By confronting our fears and anxieties head-on, we can develop the resilience and fortitude to face life's challenges with equanimity and grace. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. As we navigate the journey of grief, let us heed these words and cultivate inner peace through the timeless practices of Stoicism. By embracing mindfulness, acceptance, gratitude, and negative visualization, we can find solace and serenity in the midst of sorrow and emerge from grief stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Chapter 15: Embracing Life After Loss. As we near the end of our exploration into Stoic wisdom in the context of grief, it's essential to recognize that the journey of healing and growth continues long after the initial shock of loss has passed. Stoicism offers us not only tools for navigating the depths of sorrow, but also guidance for embracing life once again after loss. Stoicism teaches us that adversity is not an obstacle, but an opportunity for growth and transformation. While the death of a loved one may feel like the end of the road, Stoicism reminds us that it is but a new beginning, a chance to reinvent ourselves, to rediscover our purpose, and to find meaning in our suffering. In the face of loss, Stoicism encourages us to find meaning and purpose in our grief, to use our pain as fuel for personal growth and self-discovery. Whether it's through acts of kindness, charitable giving, or volunteer work, we can find solace in the knowledge that our suffering has the power to inspire positive change in ourselves and others. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us of the importance of living a life of virtue and integrity, to strive to embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in all that we do. By living our lives with purpose and integrity, we honor the memory of our loved ones and ensure that their legacy lives on in the lives we touch. As we emerge from the depths of grief and begin to rebuild our lives, Stoicism offers us a roadmap for embracing life once again with courage, grace, and resilience. By embracing the teachings of Stoicism and cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, gratitude, and inner peace, we can find solace and serenity in the midst of sorrow and emerge from grief stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher emperor, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. As we continue our journey through life after loss, let us heed these words and embrace the teachings of Stoicism with open hearts and minds. By cultivating a mindset of resilience, gratitude, and purpose, we can navigate the complexities of grief with courage and grace and emerge from the darkness into the light of a new day. As we conclude this exploration into Stoic wisdom in the context of grief, may we carry with us the timeless teachings and practices that Stoicism offers. In the face of loss, may we find solace in the knowledge that we are not alone, that countless generations before us have navigated the storm of grief and emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. May we draw strength from the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance as we navigate the complexities of loss and rebuild our lives in the wake of sorrow. May we cultivate mindfulness, acceptance, gratitude, and inner peace, finding solace and serenity in the midst of the storm. And may we remember that grief is not the end of the road, but rather a new beginning, a chance to reinvent ourselves, to rediscover our purpose, and to find meaning in our suffering. As we continue our journey through life, may we honor the memory of our loved ones by living our lives with integrity, purpose, and compassion. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, then your life will flow well. May we embrace life's twists and turns with courage and grace, and may we emerge from grief stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. And so, as we bid farewell to this exploration into Stoic wisdom in the context of grief, let us carry with us the light of hope, the strength of resilience, and the wisdom of acceptance. May we continue our journey through life with open hearts and minds, finding solace and serenity in the midst of sorrow, and embracing each moment with courage, grace, and gratitude.